Dear students, this is from Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Science and Technology, Diploma in Mechanical Engineering, second year, first semester. Subject Manufacturing Process 1 and topic is forging. Forging is perhaps the oldest metalworking process and was known even during the prehistoric days when metallic tools were made by heating and hammering. Forging is basically involved plastic deformation of material between two dies to achieve desired configuration. Depending upon complexity of the part, forging is carried out as open die forging and closed die forging. In open die forging, the metal is compressed by repeated blows by a mechanical hammer and shape is manipulated manually. In closed die forging, the desired configuration is obtained by squeezing the workpiece between two shaped and closed dies. On squeezing, the die cavity gets completely filled and excess material comes out around the periphery of the die as flash, which is later trimmed. You can see here in the figure the position of the dies and the workpiece with respect to open die forging. Open die forging can be done by press forging or drop forging. In press forging, metal is squeezed slowly by a hydraulic or mechanical press and component is produced in a single closing die, hence the dimensional accuracy is much better than drop forging. Both open and closed die forging processes are carried out in hot as well as in cold state. In forging, favorable grain orientation of the metal is obtained. Now you can see the difference between open forging and closed forging. You have seen the open forging, now it is closed forging. In closed forging, you can see the shape of the the shape of the object is actually retained in the two dies, and when the close, the shape is obtained by the pressure or by the dropping of hammers. The forged piece and machined piece are shown here and the side by side, and the grain orientation the grain is much better oriented in a forged piece than a machined piece, and that is why most of the load carrying members are made by the forging process. All load carrying parts like automobile crank, crankshaft, wheels, crane hooks are made by the forging process. Here we are showing a barreling in forging where the size is increasing while the height is reducing. This is the example of a flashless forging or a precision forging where there is no flash generated. The punch, it goes exactly goes into the die and the workpiece is obtained in the cavity between the die and the punch. There are different forging operations, say drawing, which metal gets elongated with reduction in the cross section. Then we have upsetting. In upsetting, the material is hammered from the top and the different shapes are obtained like this. In the second figure, the two ends are heated. In this figure, only one end is heated, and here actually the central portion is heated. Fullering is this operation where the top fuller and the bottom fuller, between these two the workpiece is drawn. Similar material cross section is decreased and length is increased. Then edging. The edge is formed the way it is shown in the drawing. It is a bending operation which is very simple. It can be a right angle bend or bend at an angle. Punching operation, a hole can be created. Then there are forged welding where two pieces can be joined. Two pieces can be joined in the red hot condition and by giving pressure. Cutting is a process in which a metal rod or plate is cut out into two pieces with the help of chisel and hammer when the metal is in red hot condition. Flatting and settling down. You can generate a flat with the help of a special hammer like this, or a setting is done with the help of a setting hammer. Swaging. Swaging is done to reduce and finish work for desired size and shape, usually either round or hexagonal. For small jobs, top and bottom swage pair is employed, whereas for large work, swage block can be used. The furnaces used in forging are box or batch type furnace, rotary hearth furnace, or continuous or conveyor furnace. The temperatures for low carbon steel are between 1250 to 1300 degrees centigrade initially, and finally 8 to 850 degrees centigrade. For high carbon steel, temperature required is a little lower, maybe 1100 to 1150 degrees centigrade and 800 to 900 degrees centigrade in finishing. Forging presses are mechanical press, converts the rotation of the motor into linear motion of the ram. Hydraulic press, hydraulic motion of the piston moves the ram. Screw press, screw mechanism actuates the ram movement. Now here, from this slide, we will take you to some of the video of the working of a forging press. You can see the forging process now. The red hot material is being hammered from the top, and with the help of a fork, it is being held. It is being held in position. Continuously, this is actually one type of upsetting process. Continuously, the height is being lowered and the diameter is increasing. Watch the operation carefully. Some of the scales that are being formed on the hot metal due to oxidation is being removed with the help of a scraper between the hammering operation. Continuously the scales are being removed. Otherwise the scales would have gone into the forging, resulting in a defective forge. That particular block has become almost a flat ring now, much flatter ring. So now, actually there is a punching operation that is going on at the center. So it will create a hole at the center. Now they take the punch out, and further hammering will go on. Punching has been done from both sides now, and now possibly they are going to see how it is loaded in the furnace. So because the temperature has come down, we put it into the furnace again, and they are now taking out from the furnace for further processing. Because due to continuous hammering, the temperature also came down, so it has to be reheated at some point. Now we will see some rolling operation. You see, the inside diameter that was created by punching is being enlarged by rolling. This is the hot rolling process. The inside diameter is being increased. The job is rotating, and the roller, by pressing the roller, the inside diameter is getting increased. See, the inside diameter has now increased so much that it has almost become a ring now. So they are taking it to the press hammer again, I mean the drop hammer again, and further operations being done. The previous operation was done on a hot rolling machine. It has almost achieved the shape of a ring now. Again hot rolling is being done to increase the inside diameter further. The inside diameter is being checked, whether it is the inside diameter is being checked now, whether we have really achieved the required inside diameter. And after this, further operation will be done. Reverse it now and hammer it from the and roll it. I think they will be doing further rolling. So further rolling is done to adjust. Possibly one should be some more, increase in the diameter inner diameter is needed. Now they have taken it to a smaller hammer where this job is being finished. You don't need that much of load now. So they have taken it to a smaller hammer. You can see the size of the hammer is smaller. So you remember the initial shape was a solid block. From the solid block they have made a ring out of the forging operation. Imagine the transformation in the shape that has taken place. We are measuring the dimensions again. Taking it to the hammer again for some, oh no, we are taking it to the rolling again. Some measurement is going on, the outside and inside diameter. Measuring the thickness also with the help of outside caliper. It seems they have achieved the size and the ring is placed now for slow cooling. So the ring is ready. So by the forging operation, they have actually converted a block into a ring. You can imagine the change in the shape. That brings us to the end of this lecture. Thank you. Pause your motions. No recording.